They're true statistics. They are true statistics, what I've just posted up there. And you'll hear in my first thing, yeah, where this point, yeah, there's this point, I said, and you very kindly you really very kindly took a picture of your van. And he goes, there are two vans. I went, two vans? Right, or something like, two vans? Right, yeah, I was like, and then, right, I've got to admit, my own sphincter was creaking. My asshole must have been going at a PowerPoint presentation versus Bill Gates like, oh fuck, I'm actually outnumbered 20-1 when I only ever thought it was 10. And then my only point now is I've got to keep this fucker isolated. Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about isolation from the 10, but I was thinking, fuck, there's 20. That was one of my miscalculations. You've read my chat logs. You know that the thing of genius. There's something that you can't evolve, through yourself. It's like, people that have read them, they just go, huh? How did you get away with that? It's like, no, I did it. Like, you know what I mean? I did it. Don't matter how I got away with it. I fucking did it. And that's all that's subversive or anything like that. It was just my tactic and my approach. It's just a complete block. And most people would give up. Hence the reason why most of my chat logs are quite short. Because when I work, I'm after the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. And I mean the real bad guys. Yeah? I mean, like my last decoy, right? Couldn't speak, had cognitive problems, autism. Now, I studied autism. Yeah, I understand the condition. There's many different types of autism, from that savant, yeah. And then obviously you start, I don't know, you start adding bits to your decoy and, yeah. And then what I used to do is I used to twist that into something that didn't quite fit, but they'd believe it. Christmas Day's thing alone, again, outnumbered 6-1, adults 6-1. One of them was 30 stone. I was pre-armed with that information. I've just come up with a magnificent brave wet. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let me deal with that. I've got that stored right at the back of my mind. We're going with that one. I might not be doing what's popular. I know what I'm doing is right, and it's just, and it's proper. And that's about it, really. I've never sat in front of you and pretended to be any other way. Not once at all, ever. In the 3 years since I've been decoying, I've not told a lie to any single one of you. Not one. Not an exaggeration. Nothing. Nothing at all. I'll tell you the things I have done. wouldn't start inventing things to impress you, you know? To be called out, you know, I mean, if I lied, yeah, I'd lose all credibility. Right here, right now. If I was lying about any of this, yeah, they're trying to debase the credibility of what I'm saying. An old Jimmy Savile there equals Cooper. You know, the one that doesn't seem to be on the radar, but is doing so much wrong under the radar. So your name is now Jimmy Savile. Because you know what's going on and you've done fuck all about it. Not like me, that stood up immediately. I mean, Christ, some of these people that I didn't even like. That doesn't mean and that's only because I didn't understand them, I suppose, or what, you know. And then they've told me, hang on a minute, yeah, all right, yeah, now I fucking get it. I was very reticent to talk to Peter Creedle because everybody else sort of like was spouting off, that was telling me he was a troll. He's anything but one. He's the one that's getting trolled constantly, 24/7 for the last 2 years. And he blows out on you, I don't fucking blame him. 2 years of abuse. I mean, I've had 3 of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've lost my. When you know, in my greener days, yeah, I'd have lost my shit completely. But now, you misjudge me. So I'm not going to lose my temper with you. The police are going to deal with you. They're going to do it in the right way, the proper way. And my life goal now is to make sure every single bloody one of you that are guilty of sharing a child image are not only promoting the rape of children in that chat log, which I've got plenty of evidence of. That's what you don't understand. We know who you are. We know what you're saying. You can hide behind sexy ginger all you like. You know who you are, and you can hide behind the other. You know, you've got so many profiles in there. Right, itchy blanket. But all of that information is only going to ever source back to one place. And even if you do try to destroy your devices, what we've got on you anyway, and if you were to, you would be then destroying evidence, yeah, in a precursor attempt. And I will press that factor too. So I'd advise against that because that carries a heavier sentence. I'm only trying to help you. I wouldn't help a nonce. I wouldn't ask for, you know, I'm not there to question a nonce as to why the whys or why not. So I'm there to charge him for what he's done. Not to ask him whether he's sorry. You know, because my degree of, what how would I describe the ice thing? How do I? Well, you can take a look at. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't really read Christmas Day very well, so I didn't get to my target. But if you read April the 6th, then I did all right. I did fucking well. I only give it a 6.8 because I called him a 3 times. Well, no, I called him a cunt, and I called him a once. No, but it is about the abuse of children in this country by people that want to settle here, and I'm quite open to that. I mean, I love immigrants, and I'm of immigrant stock myself, so it isn't something that I'm against, and I'm actually against Brexit. You know what I mean? But that's by the by. This has happened. I respect the rule of law and the vote. Yeah. We're leaving. That's it. Done. Because we are Britannia. And that's alright. Yeah, I like that optimism. Because we are Britannia. The good bits and the bad bits. But we must do Boadicea proud. And Alfred. And Henry. And the 2 Elizabeths. Oh, George III. He might have lost his tartar. He might have lost his, yeah. But he was alright, you know. He's the last British king that ever went into battle on the front line. And his front line, he might have been on horse. Well, he would have been on horse, wouldn't he? So, yeah. I mean, majority of the kill were just peasants, which is just sort of like, you know, armed with billhooks and all that sort. It's easy. You know, you're there, aren't you? Yeah, but then it's the cream of the attack. That's what you've got to get to. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I've roped the dope. You went straight into it because you thought you could abuse me. I've outsmarted you, outgunned you, and I've done everything to you that you do not even understand or even begin to understand yet. Because the admissions that I've got and the severity of your crimes, even warranted for the first time in 3 years, from June the 6th to ever, of 2017, to ever go, fuck, I need to put my fucking decoy phone down. Now, how's about that? But I'm doing this so I can walk out that gate whenever I'm ready. I'm quite happy if you've got a ratio of 100 to 2. Well done. But are you actually sat around and appreciating the nature around you? I can decoy, you know what I mean? I mean, I haven't stopped decoying, and I haven't, you know, I mean, I have now, but obviously, you know, for these obvious reasons. And the only reason why I did that is I noticed a chat that absolutely outranked anything a paedophile could tell me as a decoy, or the brazenness of them thinking that they're all going to get away with the shit that they're getting up to. No, this cannot continue. If you disagree with somebody, block them, have nothing to do with them. Yeah? That's the adult way around it, right? Not pester them and abuse them and throw bricks through their windows and create tsunamis of hate campaigns on individuals throughout this country. And then, again, I'm going to state this again, go out and say you protect people and children. Or children are people. And you must never forget that fact. I've got them, that's why they're flailing so much. That's why so many of them were withdrawn. To disappear before that report come out. And then try to publicly disassociate themselves with something that was prepared before they publicly disassociated themselves from the act of exposing me as a paedophile. That's you two short planks. And that's definitely you, Jimmy Savile. When you were born, what's the first thing that your mum and dad said? Jimmy Savile. And the reason why I'm calling you Jimmy fucking Savile, yeah, is that you sit there, right, in your tracksuit, right, going, right, and all that shit, yeah, pretending you're a good person, when you've actually gone out and do not give me that, you fucking hypocrite, Savile. You see, the thing is, yeah, that's why I'm codenaming her Savile, yeah, because she's doing this so out of sight and doesn't want to get caught. Was a member of the original torture chamber that was abusing other people's children even at that point, and then she asked to get added to TC2. So Savile, I've just given you your name. I'll see you in a moment. I'm just going to go grab another couple of beers, alright? Bye-bye. Oh, no, not bye-bye. I'll see you in a moment. Because I tell you what, Jimmy Savile, right, that bloody fits. That fits perfectly. If the hat fits, wear it. So, right, Jimmy, look, Jimmy, me lad. You want to start on with not, it ain't only that, it's a disgrace that you want to try and hide it. Well, you would want to try and hide that, wouldn't you? And feign your innocence. Because that's exactly the way that you operate, isn't it? But it wouldn't melt in your mouth, would it, Jimmy Savile? And just like Jimmy Savile, yeah, they gave up this false front. I now hear W. Jimmy fucking Savile. So that's going to be your Indian name. Alright, Cooper? Because you've done your best to avoid detection. Just like your hero did, Savile. That's exactly what he did. Flew directly in plain sight. You also took your page down yesterday. You also made the same claim as Ashley that you're not going to start on me because of my mental health problems. No. I've got complex yeah, I mean, it is a mental health problem, but it is a cognitive problem, and it is a panic problem, right? It is it's one of those things. Yeah, it is not an intellectual problem. It doesn't mean, yeah, because I've got it, that my IQ drops by a factor of fucking 50%. That is not the case. In some situations, in fact, it increases it, and in others, it decreases it. And that's just to conquer my acceleration, you know what I mean? I've got a broken engine, that's it. That's all it is. I can't get the bastard thing into 5th gear. I'm due first, second and third. It's fucking really crunchy in 4th, and 5th is fucked. And reverse, Jesus Christ, that cunt don't work either. And I'm not on about my natural car, for God's sakes, I'm on about my head. That's fully MOT, taxed and insured, and it's out there. You know what I mean? So, not had a speeding ticket in my life. 50,000 miles a year. And I've not had a speeding ticket in my life. That's how accurate I am. But then I never speed, so then why would I be expecting speeding tickets? If it's a 70, I do 65. I use lane discipline. I'm not parked up somebody's ass, you know what I mean? At a distance of fucking 2.76 centimetres. Expecting him to get out of the way. It's patience with me, you know. And none of you fucking red, none of you know me. None of you. I've just realised that. I mean, a few of you are getting to know me now. A few of you are getting to know the real me. But the people that I thought that knew me actually don't know me very well. They don't know me at all, actually. Which is such a great pity. Because the respect and the love that I had for, well, I still have, you know what I mean? For the rest of that team, yeah, I ain't falling out with the entire fucking team. It's like, you know, it's just, you know, their boss. And he goes, oh no, there ain't no bosses, but come on, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. You ain't their boss, but you are their boss, if you get me. Commander, so to speak. where you need a legion, I only ever need me. I don't need 3 teams, I don't need 4 teams, I don't need 5 teams. I don't need stab vests, I certainly don't need stab vests. Because at least before you go in and sting, yeah, at least have the base security that you can make sure that you can disarm somebody with a knife. You know what I mean? It's just like that. You know what I mean? So like when I was in uniform, you know, do you think I went around in fucking stab vests? Fuck that. Piece of fucking wood in my pocket. Made of mahogany. With my number card carved in it, because the police are the biggest bunch of thieves in the United. If you don't mark your gloves or anything like that, you're fucked. They will nick them. It's a bit like any factory, really. You're all coming in, you're all coming out, yeah. You're all having a giggle. You all got. It's just like any factory. It's just like a workplace, isn't it? But a really freaky, fucked up one where you lock people up. We used to have a bar. That's in the old police station in Bridgewater. They built a new one now, which is on the outskirts. And between there and it's on the Bridgewater side, but it's like on the road to Dunball, onto the junk. You know what I mean? It's the beginning of that place. But that isn't the police station I served at. I think they've demolished the bloody thing now, to be honest. I don't like going into Bridgewater. I will be frank. The only time I ever want to go into Bridgewater is if I've got a paedophile to catch. Because beyond that, there's no fucking point. I mean, even when I go to Stigursi, I have to bypass Bridgewater because it just fucking triggers me to hell. I pass places, I have memories. It's like, you know what I mean? It's that shit. And thankfully, they've built a relief road, which is like a western relief road, and that's distributed out to the New Hinkley Point, so the Arctics and all that lot can get the deliveries down there. So I don't even have to go into the centre of Bridgewater to bypass and get through out onto the Quantock Road to go out to Stigursi. So I'll always go there. It's my spiritual home, and it always will be. That's the place where I got baptised as a Christian. Obviously I've changed my faith, but yeah. That's the churchyard that my father's buried in. And my ancestors, well, the ancestors up to the point of 1908. Well, no, actually, 1916 there. 1916. But he wasn't my natural grandfather, but I never knew my natural grandfather. He died a bit before I was born. And his name was Herbert Pereira. And he used to work in Cardiff docks. And he was a shop steward for the black and Asian workers in the docks. And he's one of the people that fought for equal pay between blacks and whites. The whole point of him being a shop steward. That's my natural grandfather. He died in Penarth. During the war, my gran was maid to the Archbishop of Cardiff, the Catholic Archbishop of Cardiff. And Herbert, also my grandfather, my great-grandfather was actually called Simon, my name. But Herbert, he was doing the North Atlantic runs during World War II. He was on those merchant vessels. Lived a life on the sea. And when he didn't want to live, you know, when he settled down, he, you know, moved to Cardiff. And that's my granddad. The person that wasn't really my granddad will always be my granddad. I know nonsense talking northerner, and he was actually a Geordie and a former police officer. And it's something that happened to me when I was about 3 or 4. And this is my natural knack. If when somebody tells me not to do something, I'll go and fucking do it, right? And I'll remember my granddad this day. Yeah, I didn't learn the lesson from that day to this, right? Yeah. Because when he told me not to do something, and he went inside to get something, I think. His cup of tea, yeah, it was something so innocuous. Yeah, and they used to keep chickens down one side, and Stagursey is, like, you know, that's my heaven, that's my place, you know what I mean? You know, he lived in Stagursey, my dad's buried in Stagursey and all that. And, he used to walk to work. He'd walk 10 miles into Bridgewater to a place called Cossey's, Cosseys, and then he'd walk back home to Stagursey. He actually got a segment on the ITV News because he was walking, it's like 100 mile a week. And he loved walking, and he used to take me walking around Stagursey into the castle, and he'd always take me into the pub. And at the Greyhound in Stagursey, what he used to do, he used to sit me on the stool. He goes, "What do you want to drink?" And I'd go, "Beer, Grandad, beer." So he'd give me a shandy. He used to brew his own wine, rhubarb, plum, apple. Loganberry. And what he used to do, he used to do it for Christmas, and then he used to give me this, it's not one that, you know, it's about for like 3 or 4%, you know, for my Christmas dinner. He's a very clever man and a gentleman. He was very protective over me. Thank God they didn't tell him what was going on, because he would have fucking killed somebody. He was a grumpy old git. He was the type of man that wouldn't give their kids the ball back. Yeah? And not even I could change his mind. So, look, you know, Grandad, you know, they've hit the ball, it's over, you know, so just give it back. No. So Grandad Yeah, it was an accident. It's like, no, 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 I'm keeping it. And in his grave, a week before he died, I bought him a little present when he was in hospital with a letter. Apparently, he's holding it in his hands as I speak. And I said, you'll be up and about soon. There he is. Even I was right then. I mean, obviously I'd wish him to be here in his real form and not in the ethereal one. In those realms, or the spiritual realm, or whatever you want to call it. Just like my father. And that's a man I'd never heard swear. Not in his life, not once, not ever. A man of decency, courtesy and respect. Strong motherfucker. Diabetic, he was an ox. Single-minded, stubborn. He'd get a few things wrong sometimes. Yeah, but he's adamant he'd be right. Yeah, I mean, no, but I know I'm right. And the cleverest individual that I've ever met. And the nicest. The most honest, the most true, the most noble. That was my dad. Was he a bully? Nah. Could he fight? Yeah. Did he fight? No. That's why I must be like him. My hero. The most honest man that I've ever met in my life. And if I'm going to do justice, if I'm ever going to stand by my father's convictions and tell you, or Lord, to you that I am his son, of course I will. Because that man was the dearest thing in my life. That's why this is important. This is why this matters to me. Because fucking hell, if I am not my father's son, then I should not be able to stand up, and I should not be able to stand up before you, even to tell you that I'm not telling the truth of things, because that's not me. I've never known that man to lie in his life. He was my bloody hero. He was the one that taught me. that the truth matters, no matter what. It doesn't matter whether you become unpopular as long as you tell the fucking truth. You're gonna be alright. You'll always be alright. There's no escape from it. It's the greatest weapon that you could possess. It's that one thing that nobody can argue with. And that is the one thing that shows everybody else what a noble person that you are. And if you don't get that, then get the fuck out of hunting. Go away. Get out my fucking face. If you don't understand that, then you just don't get it. I never told him about what happened to me. I never could. I was so worried about his diabetes that I thought it might kill him. I couldn't tell anybody. But it's okay to abuse me now, isn't it? It's okay to do that. It's okay to name me a paedophile on the false UK database. That's the biggest fucking mistake you've ever made in your fucking life. I swear down now. That is your worst ever mistake. Either way. So I've got him, and he's the one that grounded me. And he's the one that taught me how to fight. Well, nobly, every fucking step. That's what I've done. And you sit here and call me a fucking paedophile? My God, you're disgusting. And I'm telling you what, you're gonna fucking pay for it. I swear to God. I swear on my father's soul, you're gonna pay for this. One of you. All of you. I don't fucking care. Any given circumstance, one of you gonna pay, all of you gonna pay. I hope it's all of you. But you can't get away with this. You can't. It's impossible to get away with what you're doing for the length of time. I mean, this should have been picked up years ago. Not only because not only because I become aware of it, and isn't that strange? I become aware of it, and I'm screaming about it. Because like my father told me, do what's right, no matter what. Stand in front of everybody and tell them that they're wrong, but make sure that you are right. Make sure. And if you're not sure, just fling a few ideas in there. Just check. Conjecture. What could be happening on the basis of probability. And never go to the gutter. Although my upbringing is, that doesn't count. I can't listen to him on that one. Not after what I've gone through. That's the only thing that I can turn around to him and say I do understand. It's the same thing. That's what it is. If I haven't been anything but honest every single step of my 3 years, then shoot me dead now. I mean, I'm telling you, everything that I'm saying is true. Everything I've heard and everything I've spoke is absolutely 100% true. No ifs, no buts, no candy or nuts, and no fucking Merry Christmas. It's true. No excuses. No escape. No nothing. All of this is true. I mean, and if some of you ignorant fuckasses want to go out there and sting and carry on going along your little glory path, then fucking you're welcome to it. You know what I mean? Go out, right, and infect the entire fucking country whilst you're at it, okay? Yeah, 'cause you might as well. None of my fucking business. As long as I'm not involved in that abysmal behaviour, you know what? Carry on. I'm sick of trying to sort and talk some common sense into you. But you public toilet, you're fucked. Itchy blanket, you're definitely fucked. Jimmy Savile, if you've got children under the age of 16, then I'd highly recommend, or I'd highly hope that your children are taken away from you. I don't know who else has children within that torture chamber, but if any single one of them have exposed somebody else's children in there, then I seriously believe, as a matter of course and a matter of right, that they should at least, as a precursor, be investigated by both the police and social services. Thanks for listening. Take good care of yourself. Bye bye.